Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can install the support for G++ and GCC on your Ubuntu operating system. So let's get started and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, let's open the terminal. To open the terminal, you need to click on this show apps icon and then just click on this terminal icon. And once the terminal is open, first of all you need to give this command, which is sudo apt update, and then press enter and give your password which you used to log into your Ubuntu operating system, which is going to, and once this command is finished, we are going to clear the terminal. And the second command is sudo apt install build -essential. I'm going to put all these commands in the description of this video so you can copy them and paste them into your terminal. So let me press enter here and then press Y and then press enter once again, which is going to install this build essential package, which also includes the support for GCC and G++. So we are going to wait for this progress bar to reach to the 100% mark. So once this command is finished, we are going to once again clear the terminal, and now the G++ and GCC is installed on your Ubuntu operating system. Now those of you who don't know what is G++ and GCC, G++ allows you to compile C++ programs on your Ubuntu operating system, and GCC allows you to compile your C program on your Ubuntu operating system. So we are going to first check the GCC version. To check the GCC version, just write GCC space -- version here and then press enter, and it's going to show you the version of GCC which is installed on your Ubuntu operating system once you have finished the build essential package installation. Similarly, we're going to check the G++ version. So just write G++ space -- version here, and you can see that G++ is also available on our Ubuntu operating system, and this will allow us to compile the C++ programs. Now once you see some kind of version in the G++ and GCC version commands, let's create some sample code and try to compile and run it using those commands. And first of all, we are going to try to create a C program, and we are going to compile this program using the GCC command. So for this, we are going to write a very simple C code, and for this we need to create a C file, right? I'm going to go to the documents folder, and here I'm going to create a directory called C apps, for example, and then press enter, which is going to create this directory. And now I'm going to go inside this directory, and here I want to create a C file. To create a C file, you can use this command, which is touch, then the name of the file will be test and the extension will be .c, and then I'm going to press enter, which is going to create a C file. To verify if this C file is created, you can write ls here, and you can see this test.c file is available here. Now let me open the folder explorer also, so that we can see the changes side by side in the folder explorer also. So I'm going to go to my documents folder and then C apps folder, and you can see the C file is available here. Now in order to open the C file, you can right click on this test.c file, and then you can click on open with text editor, or in your terminal you can write open test.c and then press enter, which is going to open this C file. So you can see the C file is open. Here I'm going to write a very simple C program. This C program you can find anywhere on internet. So just paste this program into your C file, and then you can save this file. To save this file, click on this menu icon and then click on save, or press Ctrl save. Once this C file is saved, we are going to go to our terminal. Let me clear the terminal once again. And to compile your C program, you need to give this command. So to compile your C program, give this command in your directory where your C file is there, right? So my C file is available and I'm in the same directory where my C file is available. So just write GCC space the name of the file. In our case, the name of the file is test.c space -o and then space the name of the binary you want to generate once your compilation is finished. So I'm going to just give the name of the binary as test itself. So -o flag is for providing the name of the binary output. So let me press enter here, and once I press enter, you can see this test binary is created once my C program is compiled. Now I can run this binary file by just typing ./test and then press enter, and it prints hello world because in my code I was printing hello world. So I can open the C program again and you can see we were printing here hello world. Now let's say I remove the semicolon from here and then save the C program. This means that I have introduced some kind of error so that at the time of compilation it's going to throw an error. So let me just close this file and let me give this GCC command to compile the C program again, and this time it's going to give me the error. And now you can see the details of the error also. So here I can see the error is on 4th line and it says expected semicolon before return. So it's going to show me the exact location of error so that I can resolve this error by going to the file and once again adding the semicolon or whatever error you are facing. You can resolve it and once again compile your program. So once again, let me give this command, and this time the output is created, and then once again I can run this C program using this ./test, right? So test is the name of your binary and it's the output of your test.c program compilation. So this is how you can run your C program using GCC command. Let me clear the terminal. Now let's create the C++ program and try to compile it with G++ command. So for this, I'm going to navigate to my documents folder, and here I'm going to create a folder with the name cpp apps. So I'm going to give the mkdir command and then write cpp apps here, which is going to create this folder. You can see this cpp app is created, and then I'm going to go inside this cpp apps folder, and here I'm going to create a C++ file. So I'm going to write touch test.cpp and then press enter. But before pressing enter, let me go inside this folder in the folder explorer. So right now it's empty, right? When I press enter here, you can see this file is created. So once the file is created, you can open this file by right clicking on this file and then click on open with text editor. And once this test.cpp file is open in the text editor, you can just paste a very simple C++ program here. This program, as I mentioned, you can find anywhere on internet very easily. So nothing special here. You can just copy and paste this hello world program into your test.cpp file and save it. To save this file, you can click on this menu icon and then click on save, or just press Ctrl S to save this file. Once this file is saved, you can close this file. And now we are going to compile our C++ program using the G++ command. So I'm going to just write G++ and then the name of the file, which is test.cpp in my case. Then I want to create an output. So using -o flag, you can provide the name of the binary, which will be the output of your compilation of your C++ program. I'm going to name my binary as test itself and then press enter, and it's going to compile my C++ program, and you can see it has created this test binary for us. Once this test binary is created, I'm going to just run this test binary by just typing /test and then press enter, and you can see the output here. So our C++ program has been compiled successfully with the G++ command, and then we have outputted this output using the binary file. Now when you introduce some kind of error in your code, so let's say I remove this semicolon here once again and then try to compile the file once again, you will see that this G++ command is going to give you the error, and it's going to show you the exact location of the error where it's coming from. So you can see it says expected semicolon before return. As you can see on this line 4, before the return we want to add the semicolon. So once again save your program and run it once again, and this time it's going to once again compile successfully, and you can once again run your binary file, which is the output of your C++ file compilation. And when you run this program, it's going to give you the output once again. So this is how you can install the support for GCC and G++ on your Ubuntu operating system and compile your C or C++ files on your Ubuntu operating system. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.